Hello my friends, and thank you for being with me yet another month. Welcome to all newbies, and invite you to become a subscriber, because then you get notified when I'm live, and it gives you opportunity to kind of interact and bring your energy on board. Now, just a few quickie introductions. I still have my annual TAROSCOPES on sale. You get one for only $10 and all of them for $20. And I will continue during the April to have my speed up promotion. I am working very hard to kind of catch up with this, but for you it works that instead of like 3-4 weeks, now you're upgrading automatically to a week. So regular reading is becoming rush, and rush reading, which was 7 days, is becoming urgent, so from 7 to 3. And the urgent reading is not more 3 days, it is like 24 hours, so it's kind of awesome. I am doing my best, if you do the order for urgent before 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, to actually do it the same day. But then again, sometimes I have to go and see my dad and I'm not at home, so but at that stage I'm going to send you an email saying the timeline for the urgent ones. Now guys, this is all there is. We still have Mercury Retrograde until the 15th, and then another 3 weeks for the shadow. So yay. How is your car going? How is your phone? Is it slow? Is your computer slow? What broke down? And I really hope it is not affecting you as much as it's affecting me. In any case, I'll be doing just regular tarot monthly, and then of course it's going to be revolving then to Lenormand and X spread shortly thereafter. Thank you guys very much, and please like, subscribe, and share this video, and you know that I love you. Hi Cancer, and welcome to your monthly reading. So I'll be telling you all the cards that you've got, because not everybody is familiar with this deck. But before I start, I know you're hearing this jerk outside sitting on his horn. I'm pretty sure that somebody's blocking him, but I guess he's not taking account for how many people he's annoying, given that there are a whole bunch of apartment buildings around. And this is actually a great example of people who feel victimized, who are maybe victimized, but with their actions they are basically affecting so many people, and they're not completely aware of that, and it is kind of like reacting out of effect. And Cancer, that's not going to be your case this month, and I have to tell you, because Cancer, look at that. We have La Force. Well, it's not 11. It is 11 in this old deck, but I always go with 8. This is reversed. This, maybe I picked up the guy blowing the horn because there's somebody overdoing things when I see this. Let's set this aside. Really, what stands out in your reading are 2 4s and 2 10s. And the 4s are generally talking about stability. So it's like the numbers that you see, 111, 666, etc., etc. So, you know, yeah, sure, this is a kind of guidance, universal guidance. You're getting those messages via electrical body, right? That's why you get, like, I mean, resuscitation with electricity, because they're trying to get your system working, right? And hence, water, you step into water, you get electrocuted. So the same way goes with these kind of like vibrations that kind of like we see here. So now you kind of have a Sky Kitten reversed, and then you have 9 of Cups reversed, right? So let's go with one at a time. So this is kind of like in the core of your reading. So Nine of Cups generally is a good card. As you can see in this deck, it is about wishing and dreaming what you want, etc., etc. You know, hoping to get something that you want. But it came reversed, right? So it could be a little bit of complacency, right? It's kind of, let's call it dreaming an American dream without putting that 99% of perspiration in it, right? And this is also telling me about the lack of humility. And sometimes it tells me that everything is well in your life and you just like kind of think it's going to stay that way. You know what the Buddhists say? They say this too shall pass. So guys, enjoy it while you can, because this is kind of like a card that usually says not everything is as it seems. Situations are maybe not as secure, maybe not as enticing as you may feel, right? This also can talk about insufficient funds for some kind of like personal need or personal project, right? If you're really wishing for something, it's going to be derailed for some reason, and not because of this card, but kind of like put things in perspective that this is also Mercury retrograde and things kind of go nuts when things like this happen. What can happen in your case, Cancer, be careful, is that you're going to blurt it out. You know, like the little devil from us comes out and somebody pushes your buttons and you go, oh shoot, I let it out, kind of a thing, right? So this is kind of like that, looks like hasty action can kind of get in the way, because have you ever watched the kiddies play like this? I play with Safi like this all the time. It's usually on the bed with the little kind of like flying bird toy, and hopefully she's not going to show up when she hears this word. She knows quite a bit of 4-letter words and not the one that you're thinking about, sort of like B-I-R-D, you know, F-O-O-D and stuff like that. So when they do that, they really don't see what is under, and they don't care who they jump on, if this is your face, if they have to scratch, and simply this is pretty much what happens. This is generally a good intention. It's somebody who's like really looking for the truth, really looking kind of like, hey, I want to grab that goal, right? Be very careful, because you might fall in the water. You might fall somewhere off the bed, as Sophie does often. And then kind of like she acts, she's not embarrassed. So be prepared for this. And it's very possible. Oh my God, I'm watching so many times in my recordings during Mercury retrograde and still flops happen. So also be really prepared to go to backflip quite a few times if something like this happens. So let's talk about these two tens, both reversed. This is 10 of Earth and this is 10 of Sea. So this is telling me that somehow, and it's probably good in your case. Generally, I would say it's not the best thing to kind of like look into that. But given that this was something that you have left in the past, and look at this, playing that you know something will happen. What could go wrong? Like 5 cats and the burning thing that kind of like want to catch. Holy smoke, right? So this is telling me that maybe you're living some combative situation, possibly at home or with the family sort of behind you. That 10 of Earth is generally telling like issues with the family. Hey, you're not a happy camper. And 10 of Sea reversed is saying, something doesn't sit well. I would not really be worried, because this is like one of those situations, like you have a 9 and you have a 10. So this is exactly confirming what I was telling you here. Something that you really think it's already kind of greased up, it's just going to sail in. You know, like in golf, you kind of put the little golf ball. Not that I play golf. I don't even like the sport. Just, you know, I'm European. And to me, like, I mean, driving the car to hit the little ball, it's kind of weird. But anyway, just from my observation, they kind of like pet the little ball and come to the close to the hole, but it just doesn't get in. And you're like, oh, why? Oh, why? Oh, why? Oh, why? So I'm not worried. Why? Because, you know, 10 is like anyway 10. It's, you already wrapped the package. Everything is there. It's ready. This 10 usually just means a switch. So something has to happen in order for you guys to be switched to the next phase. So let's check that next phase. So maybe you see that was some kind of aggression. Oh my gosh, I really hate this card. Look at that. it's just like getting the bad in me and animals. And you can just tell really culturally how much we evolved. Plus, hello, whatever, whoever drew this in the 18th century, lion is much, much bigger than human, unless this is a baby lion, which kind of makes this even actually worse. So hence, horrible card to get. And you can imagine really, this is pretty much reversed, kind of this feeling like something will really go wrong. And I think you have been doing some kind of balancing. Whenever we do balancing, or when we are doing, let's say, boundary establishments, right? Like, which we have to do is renegotiations from time to time. Kind of like not everybody is happy with this new kind of situation, because if you kind of like study the 6 of fire, then you see the winner is emerging. Somebody has to win. But also when we have situations that somebody wins, somebody loses. So I guess you had to do what you had to do, and you made somebody unhappy. And it kind of made you unhappy that you make somebody, so kind of like you can see, it's kind of like snowballing effect. Not to worry, because look what's coming up. As I said, there is now this level of stabilization after the period that seemed to be really off, or maybe too aggressive, or having issues with people, or just like figuring out, what the heck did I do? I just told you what I need, what I wish. Why did that explode in my face? And you know, when you try to do something so nice for the people, and then they just like freak out, you kind of like get up in the morning and you go and buy Starbucks for them, right? And you come back and they are furious that you scared them, that, you know, you left, and like, now this good intention is already gone. So that kind of stuff I kind of foreseeing that it's going to happen. And welcome to Mercury Retrograde. And if you haven't seen my Mercury Retrograde video, please do. And please become a subscriber if you're not already. And I really appreciate those likes on the bottom and shares, because it means a lot to me. That kind of like really enthuses me. And what really enthuses me the most are your comments. And not just for me. Yes, it helps me because tarot is a lifelong study. But I've seen how these comments work. And I don't know if you ever guys spend time looking at them, but like there's so many people who can draw strength. You see, the very thing that you feel it's not given to you, like you're either not given that fair chance, or you feel you're overpowered, or you might be also overpowering somebody. So, you know, commenting always helps people. So now guys, it is time to be Cancer. You know how you guys da, 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 and then like something scares you. Something scared you, and you figured, forget it, I'm playing with my own toys. Look at him here. Let me just try to zoom it for you to show it. It's like, look at these toys in behind, and of course you see nothing. Everything is there. But guess what? It's more fun to play with them than just like keep them collected. So this is simply saying, Cancer, get out. You maybe maybe you felt kind of like struck with things happening, sort of like things getting out of the way, or feeling a little bit weird. You're kind of getting lots of air signs coming in your face. It's like like a wild dog, kind of like doing things, and you don't want to play. And I don't blame you, but this is also asking of you to kind of figure out if this is really useful for you. Do you really feel that you better engage with the others being on your own? Because with this protectiveness, you're spending too much time guarding yourself. The energy is not flowing. So just food for thought, guys. Now, fears and hopes. You really want to get out of that space. You really want to kind of like figure out your sea legs, right? And here you will. You will have these delays. I absolutely see it. And I think toward the end of the month, things will actually start to work out and start moving forward. But make sure you have a really clear vision where you're going. Otherwise, you're going to kind of maybe find yourself in a situation, then you'll hesitate to kind of like go forward because you will not know in which direction to go. You guys coming to yourself, and whether you're single or in a relationship, other than these glitches that you will have, and possibly entering this period with feeling discomfort in the relationship and maybe issues with the relationship, it's going to stabilize, because it looks like the entire April for you will be demanding that stabilization. And it's kind of like good, because look at this here, like the Seeking, and that would be you guys, and the Empress. So it is kind of like coming out, this protectiveness. And guys, no matter if you are male or female Cancer, oh my gosh, you just like love your offspring, you love children. And I really feel that like I'm gonna have lots of male Cancers on my channel, or water signs, because these men have this additional level of sensitivity that kind of is needed for kind of like experiencing that sacred feminine very much. And look at this, this is complete union. It's kind of understanding, like you can see this couple, and I'm going to teach this in a school about these archetypes, like kind of like when is harmony and when is disharmony, and what to do with harmony and what to do with disharmony, right? Because look at this, even in disharmony, you know, things can happen. What can happen? Some kind of like just innocent play just get out of hand. But you might have a little bit of that, because again, you have like two of these tricky situations. There you go. Ribbons, the birds, being distracted with something, chasing that rainbow, and really not seeing really below. You have to see the lay of the land. So you have to be really observant of the other people, because both you will be doing this and the other people to you. So that's why I'm warning you not to engage, if you can, at any cost in arguments. Or even when you say, well, I know the truth, and the other person goes, I know the truth, and the next thing you know, like, I mean, like you're just pulling each other's hair, kind of a thing. And it's actually nonsensical, because looks like it is just like not even important, because what is going to be really important to you this month is kind of stabilize. If you're single, somebody will show up. If you're single, you're going to feel very comfortable in your skin. Really, it's going to be a lovely start. And if you're coupled, it's going to be, oh my gosh, you're my perfect babe. And it's going to feel that family. And I guess that's music to your ears, even though this is not how it's starting. But guys, you know, you never know. Easter is even kind of like putting people together, and I don't know if you're listening this before or after Easter, but the vibrations are sort of like saying, like, I mean, there is recovery, and it's like a big lift off. So the kind of like a word of warning, again, it's telling you, just like this Nine of Cups, hey, do not really be complacent, right? If something nice happens, just enjoy. Don't ask for more. It's like you're already winning $1 million. Now you need like $1.5 million. You need 3. So you see, right away, just like takes this energy away from this whole kind of like thing. And then we have this Two of Sky reversed. So again, as I said, in which direction do you want to go? You really have to be clear on who are these people that you want to be close to. It looks like it's going to be dedication to the family, or if you're going to date, if you're meeting new people, you will really be more selective, but you won't be able to find a decision. It sounds to me you will actually have a few partners that you will be probably meeting. You will be kind of like really guarded on that kind of level, especially talking about this online dating, those coffee dates that are usually so awkward, right? And you'll go like, I cannot make any decision, which is good during Mercury retrograde. Kind of like just go with the flow being the key. And if you see any kind of like even a whiff of discomfort, I would remove that, because you want your vibrations to be in this area. You have like this strong support system, creativity, things coming out to the surface. So I would really enjoy your month, Cancer. I mean, awesome. because you kind of like, many of you don't think you will have a month like this, to be honest. So actually, let's confirm, let's kind of check these 2 tens, and also let's check this La Forza, the Strength reversed. Let me see. Do you have an issue with an elderly, some elderly that is kind of sick, or you feel that maybe you need to become wiser over how you deal with issues? This also simply can talk about just being exhausted for some reason, or even possibly getting an advice that is not really welcome. Just take it with a grain of salt, because, you know, people give you advice, and I can tell you this, I get millions of them on this channel, and it is kind of like a feeling of love, actually. People wouldn't give you advice. Of course, it is the feeling that some people come across as a feeling of superiority, but most of the time it is like, hey, I know this, I want to help you. For example, and I don't know, if I improve with one guy said, hey, Kat, your microphone, get yourself a better microphone. So I said, wait a minute, I already have a really good microphone, so what the heck is going on? So luckily, for comment like that, I was able to improve. So you see, this is it. Do not blast somebody who kind of like comes your way, because it could be something that you really need. You know, like what was the song from Rolling Stones? Maybe it's not going to get what you want, but it's going to be what you need, and that what you need is going to be turning out what you want. So let me see this like 10. Okay, maybe it's not Rolling Stones. Maybe I just paraphrase a whole bunch of things together. 10 of Earth. Oh boy, Cancers, it could be fun. Easter or fun gathering that you will go, oh, my family is so screwed up. How come that I deserve this? That kind of like could be one of those things. Or just like looking this whole bunch of dysfunctionality, but you know what? You're going to be laughing at it. You're going to say, okay, like, listen, at least I have like some kind of Jerry Seinfeld kind of material that I can do over here. Yeah, you know what? Like, just enjoy it. It's going to be a friendly affair, cheery. Have a glass of wine, whatever it is your thing, and enjoy. So let me see the Forza. La Forza. Yeah, information, and I see that, and I see here this information not being taken well, and or feeling why everything was organized, what the heck is going on. Same thing here. Do not explode. Of course, you're going to remember this after you do, but then I know I'll be hearing from you guys. So my dear Cancer, again, I should probably say this in the beginning, and I will do it for the rest of the videos if you're cross-watching. Also, check your ascendant and check your moon sign for emotions. This is really good. And if you're cross-watching, check their Mars sign, because this is all kind of giving you the little kind of like piece of the puzzle to kind of like put clothes together. General reading means this is not all about you. And to get your private reading, please contact me via cattarot.ca. And in the meantime, I really hope to see that you can check my daily tarot on Facebook and kind of like basic learn tarot on Instagram. And until I start my school, which I'm waiting for this Mercury retrograde to kind of like wash over, then we can just like jump into that as well. Love you, everybody. And until the next month, I'm so looking forward to your comments and to your energy. Love you guys. Bye.